Lethality and armor penetration or full lat? Which one is better and why? Let's find out. In our last League Masterclass episode, we talked about how magic penetration works. In case that you missed the episode, go in the description below and check it out. Just a reminder, penetration in this game is the stat that is going to give you the ability to ignore part of the enemy's resistances in order for you to do more total damage. Armor penetration is a little bit different than magic pen. The reason behind this is because it got one more element that we need to talk about. The name of this element is going to be lethality. Lethality is a form of scaling armor pen that we are going to use from level 1 to level 18 with different amounts. The formula that lethality uses is going to be this. As you can see, you are going to use 60% of the total lethality as armor pen from level 1, and this is going to be in 100% at level 18. To understand what that means, let's have an example. You are a level 10 champion and you got 10 lethality from your items and another 7 lethality from your runes. The total lethality that you got is going to be 17, but the total armor pen that you got, and that's the difference between the magic pen and the armor pen, is going to be only 14. So that means that you are going to have less armor penetration early, and that is going to be to the full amount while going to max level. Let's see how armor penetration works. Just like in the magic pen, you got the following order in your calculations. First, you need to calculate the armor reduction flat number. Then you need to calculate the armor reduction percent number. After this, you need to calculate the armor penetration percent number. And finally, the lethality that is going to be the scaling armor penetration flat number. There are a lot of skills that are reducing the armor of the target either by flat number or percent number, so the calculation will be a little more complicated. To understand what that means, let's have an example. You are playing as Garen. Garen C is going to reduce the armor of the target by 25%. But from your items, you also got Black Liver that is going to reduce the armor of the target by 30%. Then, from the other items that you are playing, you got the following armor penetration stats. First, 40 lethality, that it means 40 armor pen because we are in the max level, and another 35% armor penetration. So our enemy target got 200 armor and 1000 HP. How much damage we need in order for us to kill the target without having any armor penetration? Are you ready for the answer? In order for us to kill this target, we need 3000 total damage. Because the armor that the target got is going to reduce the damage that you are doing to him by 66%. That is going to make the target so powerful that it's going to be a little too hard for you to actually finish him off. On the other hand, our full lethality armor penetration build is going to first reduce the target's armor by 25% because of the skill, another 30% because of the item, and then we are going to start calculating the armor penetration percent and the lethality that is going to be the armor pen. So that means from the 200 armor that the target got and the 66% damage reduction, we are going to reduce the armor to this number, only 28. To understand the difference in damage between the 28 armor and the 200 armor, in order for us right now to kill the target, instead of 3000 total damage, we need only 1720. As you can see, the difference is huge, and this is going even higher if the target got even more armor. For example, 300, 400 or 500 armor. Imagine a target with 500 armor and try to kill it without having any armor penetration. It's going to be impossible. Because right now the 500 target is going to have this amount of damage reduction. It's going to not be even possible for you to do anything, to kill it or even survive against this target.
Don't listen to him, everything is wrong, and to get armor pen and armor reduction effects is useless against champions that are not stuck in armor. Yes.
As you heard, this is one of the most common questions that I got either in our streams or YouTube videos. That is not going to be worth for you to get armor reduction or armor penetration effects if the target doesn't have enough armor, if the target is not stuck in armor in this game, if the enemy team doesn't have tank champions that stuck in armor. But is this actually correct? Hope you are ready for the answer. So people saying that to stack armor in this game is super hard and that is not going to be worth for you to have armor penetration because the target is going to have the lowest amount of armor possible, right? Okay, let's see. We got this number of armor. This is going to be the base stats. Realize that. The base stats that the target got without getting any item. As you can see in the numbers, the armor that the champions got is going to be pretty high, right? So by calculating also an item, dragon buff, or even runes, the average armor of every target in this game is going to be above 100. But we are going to just go for the lowest armor possible, and let's say 100. Let's see. Is it going to be worth for you to have armor penetration effects if the target got only the lowest armor possible, that's going to be 100? Let's find out. Remember, this 100 armor means that you need twice the damage to kill the target without having any armor penetration effect. But just by combining simple items and some maths, you are going to have some incredible results. This is our Yorick build. It got a combination of items that is going to give to this champion the following armor reduction and armor penetration effects. But what that means? Even without having any lethality item, you are going to still reduce the target's armor by 30% and then penetrate this amount by another 44% just by having the divine mythic item plus 4 legendary items. But what that means? Let's go to our target. The target got 100 armor. You are going to first reduce the target's armor by 30% from the item and then penetrate the rest of the amount by another 44%. So the target right now, instead of having 100, is going to only have 39 armor for you. The difference between these two is going to be 50% damage reduction against 29% damage reduction. So instead of 2000 total damage that you need to kill a target with 1000 HP and 100 armor, you need only 1390. The difference between these two is 610. Imagine that by following simple item effects, you are going to increase your damage so much, even while fighting a target that got the lowest armor possible. Because if you go right now and calculate what will happen in 2 or 3 or 400 armor targets, you're going to realize how much more worth this is. So you're going to have a build that is going to work against no matter which target, and you are always going to be the strongest. One more thing that you need to know about following a build that got armor reduction effects is that this is not going to only apply to you and your champion. It's going to apply to your teammates and any source of physical damage in the game. That means from towers, from creeps, from objectives, from every target that's doing physical damage. And there are tons of other items and skills that is going to increase not only your damage, but also your teammates' damage that you are doing to the enemy team. Now you can fully understand how armor and magic penetration works and how to counter it if needed. So now that we finished the first 3 episodes of our series, I need for you to comment below what we should talk about next. What is going to be the next League Masterclass episode about? Comment below and I'm going to choose the best one of all. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel and ring the bell in order for you to enjoy more awesome content like this. Thanks for watching, BaLoRians. See you all in the next episode.